Rob G, your Las Vegas Raiders are playing on Thursday Night Football.
Don't look so excited.
Yay! Shout out to LeBron James.
Rob,
man,
Rob
my team
G,
sucks.
You're out on the football season. Am I right? Have you tuned out?
I wouldn't say I've tuned out,
but you're not.
But I'm definitely not locked in the way that I was.
That's crazy already.
Now every Sunday I'm watching multiple games at once. I got the big TV, I got the laptop, I got the tablet, I got the cell phone.
What about the kids if they want to watch cartoons?
They got
Sunday?
tablets too.
Okay.
They can figure it out. But
they can figure it out.
When I started week 1 and we beat the Patriots in week 1, Drake May, everybody's MVP, I had that on the big TV, right? And I worked down from there. Well, the last 3 or 4 weeks,
they're on your phone.
They're on the phone on the multi-screen.
Wow.
Like, Bluey gets more presidents.
Yeah, like if it's a 2 games going or 4 games going, I got the Raiders in the smallest box, and then I got like the Dolphins next to it. Like
magnifying glass to see them.
Like they are really struggling, underwhelming in every possible way. And just to give you some context, the defense, middle of the road, right? You expect that from Pete Carroll. You expect them to be good, but they've been average, right? Like 15, 16 in every major category. Offensively,
they've been offensive.
Where has been the big problem, because you bring in Geno Smith, you give him all that money, you bring in Chip Kelly, fresh out of a championship from Ohio State, and your offense didn't just get worse; it became one of the worst offenses in football.
Putrid.
Their total offense is 30th, scoring offense 29th, rushing offense 29th, 28th in turnovers. It's all bad right now in the desert.
And you know what? If I'm the Raiders, Mark Davis, there's 2 things I'm doing in the offseason.
Okay.
I'm getting a haircut, a good one.
He ain't doing that.
Okay. And I'm getting rid of Pete Carroll. I'm sending him to a home care facility with some money. Thank you, Pete, very much. But there's no way I'm going forward. This isn't like other aspects of the team okay, and the quarterback just really played poorly this year, and we could see everything. Rob, this team is awful, just awful. I was against this hire. I think we both were. Yep. Like, what are you doing? There's no future here. It doesn't make sense. You're not like, man, we got everything in place. We just need a veteran coach who could guide the locker room. You know what I mean? Yep. And rally the troops. No. There's so much work that needs to be done. And I'm just, how do you go forward? I don't care if they like Pete Carroll. And you know what? Some people need to start looking at stats. Because you look at people, Pete Carroll, and I get it, they went to back-to-back Super Bowls. Dude, his numbers don't add up. Because Mike McCarthy, who everybody clowns, has a better winning percentage. Won as many Super Bowls as Pete Carroll. Seriously. And the last time we saw him with a healthy quarterback, they were winning 12 games a year in Dallas. Seriously.
Mike, is there something about him that's not likable? And this is just me, pure speculation. Meaning, like, what? Because to your point, we've gone through him, Mike Tomlin, and Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, like that. Like Sean Payton is a genius. And they're all the same guy. They all won one Super Bowl. Early on, they had these great quarterbacks, whatever. Mike McCarthy never went, like Sean Payton, to me, is last on the list because he went under 500 3 years in a row with a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And,
at least
with the New Orleans Saints,
right, right? At least Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, they never did that.
Right. They might not have won, more rings that you would have hoped, but they didn't go that.
Right. They did 3
years
and
when he got to
row.
Dallas, they had success, couple of 12-5 seasons. So, I'm not going to – the Mike McCarthy, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just doesn't – if he's not a rah-rah guy, if he doesn't rally the troops, if he doesn't set a culture. But there is something to Mike McCarthy that I think doesn't ring true to make people go, that's our guy. But me and you talked about this when they were going to sign Pete Carroll. It just didn't make any sense. Like, you're trying to find your thing and you can move forward and all of a sudden grow and have some sustainability. And the thing with Geno, then not only do you do that, you go back and you go get Geno Smith. Now, I understand it. Geno Smith had a little success for a season with Pete Carroll, and so maybe you want to do that. But Geno Smith could not have been your answer. And not only that, you didn't get at least the same version of Geno Smith. You got the Jets version of Geno Smith. You went backwards with Geno Smith. He's regressed. He looks worse. The worse he has, as bad as he's looked in the last 3-4 years. So not only did you at least say, all right, at least I'm getting that plateaued, even keel version of him. You've gone backwards. The defense isn't spectacular. And again, you just don't have an identity. And you know I'm big on that. When I watch the Raiders, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're a lockdown defensive team. They run the ball. I don't know if they air it out. I know they turn the ball over a lot. I know Geno's got a gang of turnovers. I know they let people run the score up on him at times. So, yeah, it's just disappointing. And, again, this has just been a franchise. Rob G, I'm not even being funny because, again, I'm a Lions fan. We just now got good the last handful of years. When is the last time you guys were good? Rob G, when was the last time the Raiders were good?
2002.
And was it that Super Bowl? I'm not even being funny. Did you have a couple seasons after that?
No, they made the playoffs a couple times.
But 2002.
Their best team since that Super Bowl was the year Derek Carr's leg snapped in half.
I remember that. Right.
They were cruising to a bye in the playoffs.
I remember that. I do remember that.
A top 2 seed, and then in the very last game of the season, they're winning comfortably.
Yep.
Leg snaps in half, and the rest is history.
Because I'm like, man.
Why are you going to say it like that, Rob G? Like,
well, you know he gets
No, because even Derek Carr will tell you he was never the same mentally as a quarterback. He became real skittish. He never used athleticism anymore.
But that
he
makes
became
sense,
a check
though.
down Charlie the rest of his career.
If your leg gets
snapped, I had to say it again. Just
I don't
cover your ears,
say,
Rob.
Yeah,
Parker,
I know.
but
Snapped
in half.
like,
That's still looking at it. I mean, shoot, dude. By the way, we talk about football. We come in here, we talk about the game. Whoever we got, the Broncos, Raiders, we do all this. Man, it's a brutal sport. Because we didn't even talk about what happened to Scatterboo. Like, I happened to be sitting next to with my wife, and we were, talking about whatever was going on, and then I'm looking in the corner, and I'm like, am I tripping, or is his ankle dangling? And then they replay, because the first one you couldn't really tell what happened, so they, of course, replay it. And she looks at me, and I had no answers. Like, man, it's a brutal sport. My gosh. Like
that'll make your wife look at you and say, if we had a son, he wasn't playing football.
Yeah. I mean, you and I talk about how many times we sit there with former NFL players and they say, love it, wouldn't do it again. Changed my life.
Ephraim has 2 boys, right? They're not playing football. Them to play.
Right. Or if they do, I was just explaining this to a friend of mine. If they do, they play flag football as long as possible. As long as possible. You're not about to be taking all these hits at 6 and 7. Dude, have you ever watched those like Miami documentaries on the Liberty City, those teams down in Miami? Man, them little kids be playing 6, 7 years old. They're basically all the people in the NFL. Like half of them are from that area. They're remarkable, but they're taking hits and everybody's going, "Crick, get up. You all right? Dust it off. Let's go." I'm like, that's a 7-year-old.
And just think about the opposite, which for a long time in Little League, they wouldn't even let you throw a curveball. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They wouldn't even let you throw a curveball in a game if you were a certain age because they know that they'll mess up your arm. You know what I mean? And
man, them kids be taking licks, and it gets up. I have no idea what that was.
What is that? I think my mic has been doing that today. I don't know what that is.
That was weird. Yeah, but they anyway. So back to
maybe
I was just
Martin
saying.
has a button. He's trying to like sabotage the show.
Is that what he's doing?
Why you got to put me in it? I didn't do anything. Martin, that's all right. If I'm talking about you, it's a good thing.
Yeah. I just think, but Mike McCarthy is
most of the people over there I just ignore. I just want you to know.
Yeah. That is. But could you stop bringing up things that I don't know if I'm supposed to continue and say something to move on? I've been trying to use. You then I got to be like, well, that is true. Now it's a thing. Okay. Mike McCarthy, again, I'm not mad at that hire, but I just something about him. I don't think he is like whenever stuff happens.
I would take
and teams name floats
Mike
around.
McCarthy.
They don't bring his name up.
I would take him right now over Pete Carroll.
Mike McCarthy, Bill Belichick's name is going to come up before his.
Right. No.
Just because Mike McCarthy, I don't know. It'll be a handful of other guys that'll come up. They'll recycle a couple of college guys, start coming up the names again. But Mike McCarthy, I don't know why. He's just not the guy the teams want. But Pete Carroll, yeah, it's just we knew this was going to be a disaster, and it's exactly what it's been. And I hate to be a prophet, or Nostradamus, but who didn't see this coming?
Did you see Iowa Sam going to get that? What was that deal? Did you see
the burrito? Yeah, he jumped in on that.
He said 25. He waited 25 minutes to do a 2-for-1.
A free burrito?
Is it free? Or
yeah, it's buy one get one free.
Yeah, 2-for-1. But you still got to give them money. They make out.
Yeah, but I got a whole free burrito. I mean, no. They're absolutely making out. That's not happening.
They make out on it because. First of all, the first one that they've overcharged you for, they make up on it.
And you're going to buy a drink.
Right.
You're going to add the guac for $2, $3.
Unless you're Rob G and you're walking in with a cup already. Yeah, I'm just saying.
You act like you're hurting my feelings when you say something like that. I think it's smart. I got a cup in the car right now waiting.
Don't
for
act
Carl
like that,
Jr.
Roger.
You know what I want to do?
No. Don't let that man try to gaslight it like he do it all tough. What did he say the other day? I walked in that thing sheepish.
Yeah, because I was the only guy in there.
You thought it was 25 people in there.
And there was nobody.
You opened the door and everybody looked at you. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
But they should have the food police. There should be people in there. Excuse me, do you ever? Can I see your receipt? What at the free?
No, see that's too.
That's why they've closed down most of the.
That's why they don't have fountain drinks anymore.
They
Guys
don't.
like me.
They closed it down because people.
And you got a whole job too. There you, Iowa Sam coming in with his burrito. I'm not mad at. Wait. Do you have any Dodger gear on? I can't see from here. You had a hat?
He had a hat on.
Oh, he had a hat.
But
okay.
with those moves, though, that burrito's probably spoiled now. I'm just saying.
They almost took it back with that. Shay, go get me one, Shay. You got to Dodge something, Dodger? What's your hat say?
Like, what do you think I am?
Is that a Dodger hat? Come on, Shay, go get us a burrito. On your boy. I can't see it. For the way to glare, I literally can't see it.
All right, Rob G.
Just quickly, before we wrap it up here, talking about the Raiders.
Yes.
You both are down on Pete Carroll, and I get it. He's 98 years old, and I like old people.
By the way, he was 97. It wasn't like he just got old. He was old when they hired him.
He's been old. Is the problem that he lost his fastball, do you think, as a coach, or did he just hitch his wagon to the wrong guy? Because Geno Smith had one tremendous bounce-back season with him in Seattle. Since then, though, this year, lowest completion percentage in 4 seasons, lowest yards per game in 5 seasons, lowest passer rating in 5 seasons.
He is.
So is it a Geno problem or is it a Pete Carroll problem?
No, I think it's a Pete Carroll problem because the team, along with Geno having a terrible year, it's the rest of the team, Rob G. There's more issues than just Geno. And if it was just Geno, then you could look and go, he picked the wrong quarterback. Like they got a good defense. Oh, they can run the football. But Geno's hurting us by throwing an interception when we're in the red zone or whatever it is. There's more problems than that.
And not to mention, part of being a good coach is you wanted Geno. And that's got to be on you. We brought him here because
you know why? Because he has to take the blame. Because if Geno came and played well, he would take credit.
Oh, look, he brought his guy in. They're
right?
sitting here 5-3,
you got to get
6-2.
the blame that you brought your guy in and he failed.
And not only did you bring your guy in, this is my point, Rob G. You brought your guy in and he regressed. He got worse. You didn't bring him in and he was about the same, right? And say we're losing, you're like, all right, it ain't just Geno. He's about the same. You brought him in and we got worse. And after 8 weeks, 9 weeks, depending on their record, I don't know exactly what it is. You 2-6. So after 8 games, you haven't fixed the problem, right? So if it's 3 games, 4 games, now he's turned the corner, right? And all of a sudden, say Geno's now a couple of touchdowns. And that's to me the other thing is you haven't turned the corner and there's no sign of life. That's the other thing. Sometimes we understand you're going to lose some. We're not expecting them to come in like the Bills or the Chiefs or something. But there's no sign of life to me, Rob, and that's the other issue. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.